Equity is critical for the success and the growth of our cities. The African American Mayors Association, as I stated, represents over 500 Black mayors. And there are two things that we do. We elevate the voices of Black mayors across the United States and give them a strong platform on which to stand and be heard that individually they may not receive, depending on the size of their city. Secondly, it allows us to collaborate on issues of importance, whether it's public health, economic development, education, policy making. It's very critical that we collaborate so that our voices can be amplified and we're not just standing alone and competing against one another. I mean, some of the ways that we include everyone is we have to make sure that we're educating all of our citizens and our residents on what's happening in our communities, not just our local communities, but the world, because global and local issues are all of the same. We also have to make sure that we're providing opportunities for them to be engaged. Community engagement is critical. And so how are we bringing them to the table and allowing them to ask questions and be heard? So those are some of the ways that we want to make sure that diverse communities, we want to make sure that we're having young people at the table, working class poor, as well as the wealthy, our seniors. It's important that we're hearing everyone's voices. Our cities are the crossroads of our countries, right? Our cities are the crossroads of our countries where so many people live. And so we want to make sure that at the crossroads of our community, that the quilt that we are creating is strong and lasting and is equitable and includes everyone's voices. Some of the ways that we make sure that decision making is transparent is in my community and a lot of the other communities that are represented by the African American Mayors Association. Social media is important. Getting that information out. COVID was devastating, but I think what it forced cities to do is make sure that all of their meetings are on social media and that they're broadcast live in real time, that you're educating residents about the schedule of public meetings so that they can come. And another way that we can make sure it's transparent is you have advisory boards and commissions within your city. And you have to make sure that when you're recruiting with those, that you're recruiting people of all ethnic, socioeconomic, educational backgrounds, and all neighborhoods throughout your cities, so that no one part and no segment of the community has a larger voice at the table, but that everyone's voice is heard and that the decision is blended based on what everyone needs. Equity is critical for the success and the growth of our cities. In 10 years, I would love to see cities where we have housing, not just housing that is affordable to everyone. Affordability is a huge problem that we're seeing in our cities across the world. And so affordability is very important. Another thing that's important is we have to make sure that our housing is sustainable and that it's green and that we're building a green economy in our communities. Because if housing is affordable but utilities are not affordable, then it brings an extra burden. We have to make sure that transportation is available for people to be able to get to jobs, not just jobs in their neighborhood that might be low paying, but get a little bit further out into other neighborhoods where they have greater job options, which can bring them a living wage. And we have to make sure that our education systems are equitable. Education is the great equalizer. In a community where people don't have education and they don't have access to jobs and the tools that they need to become successful, just because you might be born in poverty or born in a rough neighborhood does not mean that that's where you have to stay. So I want to see communities where economic mobility is built into the fabric of housing, education, transportation, and economic opportunity.